All right, let's just jump right in. We talk all the time about finding balance in our lives, right? But what if? What if our whole idea of what balance even is has been totally wrong from the get-go? Today, we're going to flip that idea on its head. So, let's start with the big one. I want you to ask yourself, what is true balance? Seriously, when you picture balance, what comes to your mind? What's the image? What's the feeling you're chasing? For most of us, I bet it's something like this. This state of perfect stillness, a kind of serene, unshakable calm, where all the noise and chaos of life just fades away. And man, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? This is pretty much the classic definition we've all been sold. We treat balance like a destination, a finish line we can cross. And we think, once I get there, I can finally stop, I can relax, the work will be done. But what if that place isn't real? And this brings us to a really fascinating paradox, a deep contradiction between our goal of stillness and the reality of the world we're actually living in. So here's the thing. The simple truth is, reality is always in motion. Nothing, absolutely nothing in our experience is ever truly static. From the biggest galaxies down to the smallest cells, everything is in a constant state of flux. I mean, just think about your own body for a second. Your heart doesn't find some balanced middle ground and just stay there. The very thing that keeps you alive is the constant rhythmic pulse of contracting and expanding. And it's the exact same story with your breath. You can't just find the perfect spot between an inhale and an exhale and just hold it. Life happens in that nonstop, oscillating flow between the two. And this is the perfect metaphor for the whole idea. Think about a bicycle. Its stability doesn't come from being still. That's the one time it actually does fall over. Its balance is a direct result of moving forward and making all those tiny continuous adjustments. Which leads us to the absolute core idea of this whole explainer. True balance isn't a static point you arrive at. It's the active, dynamic, constant process of adjusting to everything around you. It's a verb, not a noun. So if this is all so simple, if we can see it everywhere, why is it so hard for us to get this? Why do we keep chasing that myth of perfect stillness? And that is a fantastic question because it points to a disconnect. But the disconnect isn't in reality itself. It's in how we describe it. See, the problem isn't the world. It's the map we're trying to use to navigate it. The real issue is right here in this mismatch between our words and the world. Our language, it's designed to create these static concepts. We have words like stability, completion, balance. And these words trick our brains into thinking they represent these fixed, achievable things. But reality? Reality isn't a state, it's a flow. And in that gap between our static words and our fluid reality, that's where the confusion starts. We start to see any little movement as a sign of instability. We see change as some kind of failure to maintain that perfect ideal. And the constant need to adjust, we see that as proof that we're just not there yet. So what happens? We end up chasing this idea of perfect motionless balance, like it's a horizon. It looks like a real place, but the closer you get, the further it moves away, and it traps you in this frustrating, endless cycle of striving. Okay, so if chasing stillness is a dead end, what's the alternative? Let's talk about a completely new framework, one that reframes balance not as a place to get to, but as a skill you learn. This is the big shift in thinking. The old goal was all about achieving perfect stillness, right? Trying to eliminate every little fluctuation. The new goal, the much more powerful one, is to build up your capacity to adjust. It's not about stopping the waves. It's about learning how to surf. It's about keeping your direction within all the ups and downs of life. And you want to hear the most empowering part of all this? That balancing act, it's already happening. It's happening all the time. Right now, as you sit there, your body is making thousands of tiny micro-adjustments just to keep you upright. We just don't notice this beautiful dance because it doesn't look like that static picture we have in our heads. And this quote just nails it. Those fluctuations, the ones we're so scared of, the ones we see as instability or failure, they're the opposite of failure. They are the very evidence of life. A system that is totally still, that can't change or adapt anymore, well, that system is dead. So when you really get this shift in perspective, it presents you with a pretty fundamental choice about how you want to live your life.
You really have two paths. Path one, you can keep chasing that horizon, that impossible idea of perfect stillness. It's a life that's just defined by endless effort and tension. Or you can take path two. You can embrace the wave. You can accept that life is oscillation and learn to flow with it. That path might look messy from the outside, but it's actually where you'll find true resilience and freedom. In the end, balance isn't something you go out and find somewhere. It's the process you are already a part of, every single moment. It's that subtle dance of adjustment, the constant sway, the rhythm of your own heart. And maybe, just maybe, it's right there, in the middle of that beautiful, endless oscillation, that we are most truly and vibrantly alive.